Hey guys, welcome to my channel, Watertrinetarot Tarot. I'm still new to this, so please bear with me as I'm trying to figure out how I'm going about this, but I know that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. So right now I want to do a June reading for Aries. It's a very general reading. It will not and cannot resonate with everyone out there, but hopefully if you're drawn to this video, then maybe it has a message for you. Even if you get just one thing from this reading, it will make me very happy and make me feel like I'm fulfilling my purpose. So thank you for joining me. Please like and subscribe if you liked the video. So Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the month of June. We're going to start by taking an angel guidance card, just one, and see what messages your angels have for you, because we all have angels, of course. They do exist. Some of you know who they are. Some of us don't. I wasn't going to talk about that, but it's coming up, so I'm deciding to go with the flow, be fearless and bold, and do what comes naturally to me. So, spirits, angels, and guides, what messages do you have for the sign of Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the month of June 2019? What messages can we bring forward to Aries today? Please use me as a messenger for my fellow Aries. So I'm an Aries as well, and we got a message. This is the card we got, and it says, notice the signs. Yes, the signs you've been receiving are heaven sent. We drop feathers, coins, and other signs upon your path to remind you that you're loved and never alone. Wow, that speaks deeply to my heart, in fact, because I needed a reminder of that. I needed to be reminded that I am loved and never alone. And I think that's why I was saying, yes, we all have angels, because you need a reminder, my dear Aries, that we are never alone and we are loved more than you can imagine, more than you can perceive on this plane of existence. All right, so let's get into your reading. So it's very general, not on any topic. I'm just gonna go with the flow and see what messages come forward for you, Aries, for the month of June. I'm doing a 6-card reading. I will show you the cards one at a time as they come out. So spirits, angels, and guides, please bring forward messages for the sign of Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the month of June 2019. What are the messages you wish to bring forward to Aries? Please use me as a messenger of truth, I guess. I don't know, truth came forward. So I'm trying this new thing where I'm just going with the flow. And I'm not overanalyzing this, which I have been doing for months and has held me back quite a bit, in fact. And I feel like I needed to share that. So if there's something that's holding you back from moving forward and doing something that you feel called to do, well, I hope this will inspire you to realize that you don't need to be perfect to do that. You don't. I'm not perfect. I don't need to tell you guys that. But it comes from the heart, so it's all good. All right, I'm gonna cut the deck. So these messages are for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the month of June. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Wands reversed. So if any of you have been dealing with this energy that's been coming in and out of your life, that's unstable, whether it be in love or in other things, doesn't have to be love. It's, you know, it's a very persuasive energy. It's a passionate one, but it's something that's not stable. So no judgment here. But it being reversed means maybe there's more stability coming to you. Also, it's wands, so it's fire energy. So maybe you're putting both feet on the ground and finding stability and not letting yourself be governed by your passion all the time. I mean, it's great to be governed by your passion. Don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to say otherwise. But sometimes if your passion keeps you unstable and you're always just chasing the next thing, then it would be good to bring a little bit of stability into your life, and so that you can maybe live your passions in a more stable way, in a more productive way. Okay, let's move on. Sorry, it keeps going in and out of focus. That's a little bit annoying. Sorry about that, guys. You know, it's still new. I'm doing this on my cell phone, so. All right, so first card is, how do you feel about yourself right now? Oh, and we have the Emperor reversed. And this is the Aries card. And the Emperor is someone who is in control, someone who governs, who rules, who uses his energy in a positive way. He's not the most emotional person, but he's definitely stable and in control. It being in the reverse is maybe I'm getting, Aries, that you're not feeling quite yourself lately. That you're trying to figure out what it is you actually want. And there's nothing more powerful than living a life with intention. Living a life where you know what you want and you're in control of that. That came through really strongly. So, guys, I'm getting from this card that how you feel about yourself now is that you feel like you're not quite yourself. You're trying to figure that out. And you're trying to move forward in this, with this energy. Maybe you're trying to reinvent yourself. That's what I'm getting from that. So 2 is, what is it you want most at this moment, Aries? King of Swords. What you want most right now is to use your intellect to forward yourself. You're someone who you want most to live a life of truth, to live with a lot of clarity and to live in the truest way you can, to be your truest self. And that's why maybe you're feeling like you're not quite yourself lately, because you're just kind of wondering, like, who is that exactly? But you know that you're smart, intelligent, and that you're not without compassion. This can be a little bit colder energy sometimes, but it's about living in your truth. And I feel like what's most important to you right now is determining what is that truth. What is it you want, Aries? What is it you want? You're not who everybody says you are. Maybe that's why you're not feeling yourself. You're not feeling like quite yourself because you're not sure who that self is anymore. And Aries, you know, their motto is I am. They're not good with not knowing who they are. And they have quite an idea of who they are usually. So if you're feeling like this about yourself and you're wanting to be living an honest life of truth, of clarity. So what you want most right now is clarity about what your truth really is, about who you really are, Aries. And your angels are telling you to follow the signs about that, to notice the signs, because they've been telling you. They've been sending you this message. And this message, if you'll listen to it, will bring you a lot more clarity as to who you really are. What is your truth, Aries? Ask yourself that. Okay. 3, what are your fears? Ace of Wands reversed. You're fearing, Aries, that you're not going to get this new beginning, that you're not going to get an opportunity to live your creative passions, to live a life where you can renew who you are. You're fearing, Aries, that you're not going to get this opportunity to live this new truth that you're figuring out for yourself right now. But you know what? Don't fear. Living in fear is never good. So, but it's good to know what your fears are in order to overcome them. And this is Wands energy, right? And remember, we had at the bottom of the deck the Knight of Wands reversed. And you will, Aries, trust me, find new passion. You always do. You're such a passionate person. It's what empowers you. You move forward. It's like Aries is the Ace of Wands. You're the one who moves us into spring, who brings life back. You're so full of vitality and energy. So don't fear that it won't come to you. It will, Aries. Just look at the signs. I think it's already coming. It's already around you, and you just haven't noticed the signs yet. So 4, what's going on for you right now? That makes sense. 7 of Pentacles. What's going on right now is you're evaluating what you have to show for all this work that you've done. You're taking time to evaluate what you've accomplished and what your next step is, where you're going, where you can invest more time in, Aries. I don't know if you can hear my birds, but they start chirping really loud, I feel, when the message is really pertinent. So Aries, this is what's going on with you right now. And it makes a lot of sense with the whole reading that I just went through, is that right now you're evaluating, you're taking inventory. What have I achieved? What do I have to show for these achievements, for all this hard work, for all this energy I've invested? So you're really at a moment of evaluating. Next card. What is going against you? The Empress. Maybe you're feeling like there's not enough growth where you're at right now. Because the Empress is about growth. It's about abundance. And if you don't believe in your own abundance, that is going against you for sure, Aries. So think about your growth. I feel like you're already doing that because you're evaluating. That's what's going for you. But if you don't believe in your abundance, and I don't mean abundance only in material world, I mean abundance in your soul, abundance in love, abundance, you know, there's many different forms of abundance. And maybe you're only taking into account your material abundance, because Pentacles is about the material world, the physical world. But the Empress, she's the creator. She puts things into action. She births new things, right? So maybe you feel a blockage in creating new things. And that's why the angels are urging you to notice the signs. So as a future outcome, we have the 3 of Pentacles, which is beautiful, because maybe you need a partnership with somebody. Maybe you need someone to tell you, you know what, good things are coming, Aries. You have been doing good, Aries. I want to work with you on this. I like what you're doing. I think you're doing things of meaning, and I want to work with you on this. Somebody wants to work with you in your entourage. Don't ignore this person. In the outcome, I see you guys, you can work together. And working together on your truth, on this growth, on what you're evaluating at the moment, Aries. All right, moving on. I'm going to take a... Oh my gosh, I forgot the name of this deck. I'm going to take a quick look. I actually wanted to have this book to read for you. Sorry, guys. But like I said, I'm going with the flow, and this video won't be perfect. It'll get better with time, but the idea is to get the messages across and not for it to be perfect. Okay, so actually it's Journey of Love by Alana Fairchild. That's the deck I'm pulling a card for you, or more. If Spirit gives me more, I will read them. However, I will read the first card out from the book. Excuse me there. Spirit, angels, and guides, messages for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the month of June. January. Maybe January is significant to you. Maybe that's when you started doing this work. And this card reminds me of Game of Thrones. I don't know about you guys, if there's any Game of Thrones fans out here. It's fire and ice. Also reminds me of Temperance, which is, I see it like a balancing of fire and water. Maybe not ice, but let's just say ice is a different form of water, right? Like a chemical balance. The number is 37. So maybe you've been seeing a lot of ones, because 3 + 7 is 1. Oh my gosh, guys. This is so on point. This is so the card you needed, because I opened the book to 37, guys. Sorry, but like little victories like that are worth celebrating. It's not a big deal, but you know, it's, to me, that's just confirmation from Spirit that this is really the card that is meant for you, Aries. So let's read it and see what messages, what final messages we have for you for the month of June 2019. So it says, you are learning to hold the tension of opposites, of those things that don't immediately seem to go together within your being without collapsing into confusion, judgment, or denial. There is passion and serenity, creation and destruction. Creation? I'm going to read that sentence again. Sorry, guys. I distracted myself. There is passion and serenity, creation and destruction, new life and death emerging within you, within your relationships. Sometimes this is hard to handle. I agree with that. We want to make things simpler, to just let go of the conflict and complexity and choose one or the other. You are a grand enough soul to be able to withstand the rigors of depth, to go deep, to live fully, to let the divine have its way through you, requires a willingness to stand at the center of the pairs of opposites and eventually know that they are connected to each other, that they exist only in relationship to each other, to breathe and simply be. If you're consciously feeling the conflict in your life, internally or externally, then you're being initiated through fire and ice. Stay present, be patient, and wait. And by God, is that a message for Aries? If there ever was one, to be patient and wait, I feel like that's our life lesson, because I'm an Aries too, so I completely understand that that's difficult for us. There is nothing to fix here, just awareness, to step into as divine creation continues. As divine creation continues to unfold through you. As you master this initiation, you will find a sweet nectar of bliss dripping within. That's beautifully said. This oracle brings you guidance that the conflict you feel within or externally is a sign of your spiritual growth. Soon you will grow larger than the conflict, but for now you do not need to engage in it. Simply be present to it and allow it to work its way through you until you are strong enough to have outgrown the conflict, giving rise to a clear direction, which is totally what you're looking for right now. You're totally looking for direction, Aries. I saw that in your cards. It may seem impossible, beloved, but it is not. You are a vast being. Give yourself a chance to realize this and have patience. Yes, be patient with yourself, Aries. All is becoming, including you, according to the perfection of design. I'm going to try again. And I won't edit this out because I want you to see that I'm real. I'm not even used to being on camera, to be honest. But I feel like I need to leave the authenticity of it all. So I'm going to start again. Give yourself a chance to realize this and have patience. All is becoming, including you, according to the perfection of divine design. This oracle brings specific guidance on any relationship matter requiring a decision. Until you have simple clarity in your heart, beyond the pushing away and the pulling closer, then it is time to wait, for there is more yet to be revealed. Only when your heart speaks clearly, then you will do well to act as feels truthful for you. There's a little poem at the end, and I will read that to you as well, and I will be closing on that. There is a beautiful silence now as I hold your hands and listen to your eyes. Across a span of moments called time, there are no words that say as much, nor walls that could confine the wings of our feelings or the rhythm of our eyes. That was very beautiful. I hope you enjoyed this reading, guys. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. I would be more than happy to have you in my little soul community. So have a great day, guys, and a great month of June.